enough for myself and the fire chief, we receive a yearly grant that can go towards public safety communications. Our plan is to use a portion of that grant money towards this emergency communication system this year, so residents can be able to have open communication with their police department, and their police department can have open communication with them. I will tell you, our surge in criminal activity is not just located in University Park. It's located in Park Forest, it's located in Matson, it's located in Monique, it's located in Creek. And the reason I know this, I attend monthly chiefs meetings, I attend monthly stat meetings, and in these meetings we go over our crime stats and we go over emerging trends, as well as we share intelligence. So if there's an incident in Park Forest, the Park Forest chief will send out information to the local chiefs in this area about various things, because crime doesn't say we're going to commit itself in University Park. It says we're going to happen in a place of chance or convenience. So crimes always cross borders. So crimes that happen in UP will happen in Park Forest, and they happen in Crete, and they happen in Monique. And what we're discovering is it's the same group of people committing the crimes in each one of these municipalities. So we're working together to try to quell these crime surge issues that are going on. Again, I ask the residents to be patient with the police department. We are working very diligently. I will tell you, my personnel, they're still motivated, they remain motivated, they look for change, they're looking at the board for change. Bi-weekly, when I talk to personnel at roll call, they ask, what is the board doing? They ask about police personnel. What actions are we doing to bring law enforcement, to bring resources, replacing equipment, budgetary type constraints that we deal with, and how the board is addressing it. And I will tell you, I have always had open communication with everybody on the board, and I know we're working together for positive change. And I keep telling my personnel that we're working towards that change, and we will make that change together collectively. Last thing, I did touch on the public safety forum on the 5th of August from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Please spread the word. I will be going to churches, I will be going to local churches in the village, I will be creating flyers, I will be going to local businesses, I will be talking to our residents that come out to our board meetings, spread the word to come to this forum. This forum is very important for me because, again, I need the residents' input in order to develop the vision, the true vision of the University Park Police Department and a true strategic plan. I cannot do that job without the residents. You all have to tell me what your expectations are, what you desire, what you want, what the problem areas are. We get calls all the time about problem areas, and we react to them, but the calls we get are after the fact. And as I always say, when you see something, say something. I've been saying that for 2 years, and I'll keep saying it, going on as long as I'm here. If you see something, please contact 911. Please contact the non-emergency number and report it. Please do not report the matter after the fact, because there's not a lot we can do after the fact. So I say to the residents, thank you for your patience. I say to the residents that I interact with, thank you for your ongoing support and due diligence. I say, please remain patient with us, and please work with us, because you are the eyes and ears of the village. I cannot be successful in my job without true police community relations and a true open dialogue with the community. Once I receive that, once we get that, we will all be successful in one common goal. As I said, remain open, remain diligent. If you see something, say something. And stay safe. And I will tell you, some of these crimes that are going on, I don't know if people have been watching the news. We've been doing this awareness campaign about buying things on websites and meeting with people at different times. It's very important that you remain cognizant of people that you do business transactions with. If it doesn't feel comfortable for you to do it, then don't do it. And I put that message out, and I continue to. The Daily Southtown should be releasing an article with safety tips that was given by me in regards to the recent incident that occurred on White Oak So, you know, like I said, stay safe, and if there's any concerns, please feel free to contact me anytime, and I will try to address your concerns as efficiently and effectively as possible. Thank you.
Trustee Wilson?
Thank you for that report. I have a question. For the emergency communication system or equipment, you mentioned that you have a lot of grant funding, and you will use part of that for this system.
Yes.
Will that money cover the entire emergency communication system, or will it need money from the village to?
Based on our initial assessment, both police and fire get a separate grant.
Okay.
Okay? Myself and the fire chief are working together, and we're going to split our grant monies up, and should be able to pay for the entire system
awesome
on a yearly basis.
Great.
Awesome work, both of you. Thank you.
Okay. I have a question. I was just reading from Black Star, which I'm subscribed to. In Chicago, 4th of July had 109 shootings, and they had 15 that were killed, and 1,200 officers of Chicago Department. And you know, I yell and preach this everywhere I go when it comes to our villages. Our organization, South Suburban Regional Black Mayors, have said this over and over. They deployed 20,000, as she said before, Ms. Dr. Mara, to University Park, to South Suburban areas, but they did not give us services. And I noticed on the news, after they did that, they implemented some new security. Every time they have accidents or issues, they have that. And I just want to squash all of the rumors that's out there when they say repeatedly, oh, we're worse than Fort Heights. Fort Heights does not have a police department. They have more than we know. They're taken over by the state. So they don't have a police department. And also, I want to ask you, sir, real quick, like, I'm looking at all these statistics. This is Chicago. They have 1,200 officers on one area. And we have, and I'm tired of them putting out how many we have, and I think that entices more. But reading these articles, and they're saying they blame the police for not being, they want them to be the parents, they want them to be the miracle workers and all that. And they have all types of equipment. They, right away, when they do something, they implement another system or another device. We don't have the fundings that they have. But I want to ask you a question. As far as to put this to squash, which I know is, in Naperville, they have a lot of crime, but they don't advertise it. For the simple reason, they want people to constantly come to their community. When we tear our own community down, nobody wants to come here. So do we have more crimes than, for example, Park Forest?
I would say our Park Forest's shooting rate this year is higher than University Park.
Madison?
Higher.
Richard Park?
Higher.
South Village?
Higher rate.
Okay, thank you. Next person has a report. Oh, you've got somebody. I'm asking if you have 5 minutes. Oh, Madam Clerk, okay. Clerk D. Jones. You can go first. Yes. Oh, Clerk D. Jones. Clerk D. Jones.
Okay. Just to.
I can't eat.
Just to briefly, I would like to report what I saw the last Saturday in July, and that was Coach Dunsell Tutu Franklin and his army of coaches and kids and parents that went throughout this village cleaning it up. This was before their picnic. I was there early when it first got started, and I just drove down the streets to see all of the participants. And it was something in my over 40 years in this village that I had never seen before. I saw some of the young people who are now coaches that I knew as little kids that have grown up and they're giving back to their community. I was there, took pictures, contributed before I went to the LPGA event. And I just wanted to commend him and all of the people that were involved in this, that they say they complete making it an annual event. I would also like to present to our new members of the Board of Trustees their new official badges. And there's a space here where you can put your commission card in here. Now remember, this is not intended to be a free get out of jail card, so don't get caught up in flashing it to the wrong people. But
I got one already. Get out of jail.
oh, yeah, you got your free get out of jail card. You passed that too. Oh, you passed the other. And so welcome aboard.
And with that said, will we, I asked about the elder ones that the other previous trustees had. Have they returned any?
Nothing has changed since our last time.
Okay, so we need to send a letter. And with that said, I need to make the police report.
Madam Mayor.
Yes. No, we need to get those back. That belongs.
Well, we
that's
go
property
back
to the
several
village.
years, several trustees, so I don't know where you want to
Well,
start.
I want to start the letters, the ones just left here. They have to report those back, and if we don't get those back, the police report, because nothing has been reported that they were missing. So if they would like them, they have an option. If they would like to bring them back, we can mount them. We're glad to do that. If not, they need to bring them back. If they don't bring them back, we have to make a police report, because that's dangerous if they've lost them and somebody can have them and do a thing.
I did, as you requested, you saw the memo, I did send the request to everybody.
And that means commissioners too, that have badges. If they're not commissioners, they're going to have to turn those in. We haven't had some for a long time. All right, thank you. Any other reports?
Yeah, Madam Mayor, actually two things. I did have a conversation with the chair of the Police and Fire Commission. I meant to bring it to your attention. Maybe we can work on it right away. Also with Chief Pate, making a ordinance, because right now, when I left the commission, we just don't have any money to test for police officers. I mean, if we do, those commissioners are going to be tied up from now until maybe, I would say it can go as far as December. And I think Chief Pate has a couple academy dates before then. It would be much easier if we entertain an ordinance before the board. I want the board to be aware of it. That we can extend that list and see if we can get those bodies on the street to relieve that pressure for the manpower at the police department. Also, the second thing, it's going to hit us. A lot of people have been asking about it, and maybe the last time that this was done was with the Concerned Citizens Committee. If we can get the residents, the ICC, and ask if they can somehow, in increments, if we can not get pounded with this 43% raise in the water, that it's going to hit us. We didn't even have this many in the audience the day that Aqua Water gave a presentation, and no one is really, we're not Channel 4 right now, but that's something that just needs to be done, and maybe even at the town hall meeting, if we can just get a petition signed or whatever. But I remember the last time Concerned Citizens Committee had generated something, and we sent it to the ICC. I did check into it. To my understanding, they did not have a hearing yet, but I think they were just trying to soften up when they did initially approach us about it. But they did file it a long time ago. They just didn't have a hearing yet.
Trustee Wilson?
I'd just like to mention about the town hall committee. At the last board meeting, the mayor mentioned, she asked for volunteers to sign up to be on the town hall committee so that this committee can address the issues of the residents. The town hall committee did meet. It was a pleasure meeting with them, and a lot of ideas we have and I said we, I'll clarify that in a minute. In the back, there's a flyer for the town hall. There's also a questionnaire. Just from hearing what's going on and from the committee at the table, we talked about top 3 items. We know there's many more items to come, so there's a questionnaire, and we're going to start at the village hall meetings, talking about what the residents want to hear about, as opposed to what the board wants to talk about. So please be sure to take a flyer and a questionnaire, and get the questionnaire back. The town hall meeting is August 19th.
Yeah.
Bring it back to the next board meeting. Chief Pate, you asked for input. I beg you to take that survey. Maybe we can tweak it. I'll get with you. We can tweak it a little bit for the police department, and for your meeting, public safety meeting. And it's a good way to get input for people who cannot make it to the meeting that day. Thank you to Coach Tutu, Mr. and Mrs. Franklin for the card. I was not able to be there, but I do support children. However, I decided to ride my motorcycle that day. But I made a financial donation, so I appreciate the card and the thank you that I received from them. And then lastly, myself, Trustee Williams, and the mayor did attend Jim Harris's final retirement going away party, because he's been leaving for, like he said, 10 years, so he's finally leaving, and it's a bitter sweet, because he really doesn't want to leave. I don't know if I'm supposed to let that out, but it was a great occasion, and also kind of sad. So it was great having Jim Harris in the village and doing all the things that he's done, especially pushing for the lawsuit and winning that lawsuit when they did the racial discrimination and closed the school. So that was great being at that event with Jim Harris.
And also, that was Trustee Wilson, that ICC survey with, that is initiated from CCC, Organization Concerned Citizens. And what happened, they are going to have a meeting as well. I asked people if they would like to be, they're looking for a special committee, and some of the people have volunteered, and they want to talk to you about that. Because they said they want to have their own, because I get beat up enough. I have nothing to do with that. Just like I got a letter from someone, email actually, telling me that I need to do something about the gas prices at Speedway. I'm sorry to tell you guys that I don't regulate gas prices. And I can't regulate anything with Aqua Water. They're an independent company. Many years ago, we could have bought it for $1. Supposedly, we did nothing. So they're going to come and explain their problem, just like we can't regulate Comcast, ComEd. But there is something I just found out that ComEd, we can get to see if we can petition for lower rates for our ComEd. So we'll be working on that. So with that said, everything that we're doing, we're trying to do the best we can for the people. But please, residents, I understand, but I still take your call at midnight that, when they're having these parties. But please, knock on your neighbor's door if you have a report with them and tell them to shut it down for a minute. Because that's what's going on, and that, waking me up and making me call, waking everybody else up, chief and everything. But he did call me back and say, thank you, Mayor, they did turn it down. But we need to watch those things in bills. We can't help one another in our village. Dr.
Just with regard to the Police and Fire Commission list, so we did actually put that ordinance in play. The only issue was just the timing. We had to have enough time to put it on this agenda, which we didn't. But an ordinance for that list with an open-ended extension is actually being developed now, so we're hoping to have it for the next meeting.
Great. And also, I'm sorry, Franklin wanted me to announce that they're going to have a town hall meeting as well. So we were working, the same committee was working with Mr. Franklin. So we're going to have one for the police, for the adults, and for the youth. And Mr. Franklin will be heading that up with our support. Thank you. We look forward to you seeing and talking to us. Thank you. That said, anyone else? I ask for an adjournment. Is there a motion? Okay, to executive session. Sorry. Moved by Trustee Wilson. Second by Trustee Oscar Brown. Purpose of the personnel litigation. Can I do this? Personnel litigation. Okay. Roll call.
I would say, I cannot stay until the 4
I can't either.
in the morning.
Read, I
I cannot do it.
Okay.
That's what I'm not gonna be here.
No, 11:30, I'm not gonna be here. Okay.
Aye.
Both sides.
Trustee Jackson. Trustee Brown?
We got 4 votes, so thank you all for coming out.